Hello. I was tagged by Bibi World 102 to do this little anime tag video. I've always wanted to be tagged in one of these, because why not? Someone cares and wants to know your opinion about a thing, so yeah, I'm down for that. I apologize it took me so long to get this video out, though. Life just kind of gets in the way. Oh, there's blood on my camera. Who is your favorite male character? A lot of these questions, I noticed a pattern. It's a favorite. It's always like, what's your most favorite out of everything? And they're very broad. And the thing is that I'm very indecisive. I have trouble picking. A lot of the times, if I can't decide on a thing, I just won't do a thing at all. Like, if I can't decide what to eat, I just won't eat at all, which is not healthy. Literally not healthy. I don't have a favorite male character. One that comes to mind, though, is Hachiken from Silver Spoon. He's very daft in a lot of ways, but he has, like, he's got that one thing that he's really good at. But I identify a lot with him because if you're ever curious, I don't know why you would be, but if you're ever curious what my college life was like, you could just watch the first season of Silver Spoon and pretty much get the gist. Like, we went through very similar emotional motions. So, emotions. There's a joke there somewhere. Another favorite male character I have is actually Eren from Attack on Titan. I'm gonna use this as a platform, all right? I'm gonna get some truth out there. There's this mindset, this idea that Eren is a terrible protagonist because he always does stupid things. He always goes and does and makes things worse. The whole "damn it, Eren" catchphrase. Thing is, I think that this came from people that watched Attack on Titan as escapism, or as a form of, like, what's the term? Self-inserted escapism. Like, they think of themselves as being Michonne, like during an apocalypse like that, or in that kind of setting, they would be the ultimate badass and rise above everybody else and never make mistakes and always think of every possible solution and always solve the problem. Basically, they're looking for a Mary Sue. I hate that term is being thrown around a lot. Not a lot of people online know what that term actually means, but they literally are looking for a Mary Sue and Eren. So they basically want Levi, is what they want. The thing is that doesn't make for an interesting protagonist. Eren is very passionate, very driven, he cares about his friends, he's very protective of his friends. Not quite as much as Mikasa is, but still very much in the same vein. And he charges forward because he is very passionate. He has anger issues for sure. He's got some mad PTSD problems, but he charges forward because he is so passionate and he is so protective. I've never thought of him as making things worse or making bad decisions. You have to keep in mind that the people in Attack on Titan, the main cast, are younger than us. Like, they're like 15, 16 years old. It's almost as if training children for a war that they don't understand or know anything about is a bad idea. That almost sounds like a thesis to an interesting story. Okay, that went on way too long. The next question was, who's your favorite female character? Again, I don't really have, like, one favorite female anime character. One of my favorites, for sure, is Maka Albarn from Soul Eater. Maka was literally a very headstrong person. Like, very forthcoming and logical, and just a very smart girl. But also very able-bodied and confident. She stood out to me as being one of the better characters in general in Soul Eater, because she is right a lot of the time. She has the right idea. The problem is her emotions. She's not always in control of herself, which can kind of trump things, and I think that says interesting things. I also really like Lady Satsuki from Kill la Kill. Just the sheer confidence that she oozes. It could be very easy to write her off as one note, but then again, if you're gonna call Satsuki one note, I would guess that you probably haven't finished the show. Kill la Kill, if I didn't say that already. Because in the first few episodes, yeah, I could see how you might think of her. If you just did like the first 3 episodes, I could very easily see how you would think of her as just being like a one-note, very samey kind of character. But not just her, but everything in that show goes places you wouldn't expect. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just stop there. Favorite anime soundtrack? I bounce around a lot on this one. Again, I mean, it's hard for me to pick favorites, but there are times when I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the Death Note soundtrack, and it's orchestral, like it's grand, bigger than us, bigger than life kind of feel to it, and I'm really getting into it. But then there's times when I listen to just Samurai Champloo beatbox, or not beatbox, hip-hop, and I'm really into that. The ones that I always consistently feel the same way about, though, is the soundtrack from Kids on the Slope and Your Lie in April. If you like classical music, and if you... sounds kind of weird, but if you were a band geek, I could see very easily how you'd like this kind of show. Or if you're just in a band. I remember being in a band when I was younger, for the wrong reasons, but... so Kids on the Slope a little more so, because that was more the kind of the music, that was more the kind of arc that we had. But both the soundtracks on both of those are just beautiful. Favorite anime opening? Gee, let me think. Alright, moving on. Favorite ending song? This one's a little tougher. I've liked all of JoJo's ending songs so far. Having Walk Like an Egyptian is clever. A little punny, but I mean, it's Japan, and of course it's gonna be. Question 6, what is your favorite anime scene? How am I supposed to, how is anybody supposed to pick just one scene out of, like, I can't even pick, like, what is my favorite episode in one series, let alone, like, a single 1 to 3 minute scene out of all of anime's existence. Like, that just can't be done. That's not just me being, like, indecisive. That just can't be done. You could just go through any of my 12 Days of Anime videos and just pick one of those, and that's a solid answer. It's a perfectly fine answer. Like Armin's salute from Attack on Titan, the ice skating scene from Death Parade, the dual transformation from Kill la Kill, any of the games from Kuroko. Like, you could just go nuts. This is the fun part. You get to go and pick your own answer to my question. How many anime tag videos have you doing that? I don't know why I think that's so clever. 7th question was, if you could meet any anime character, who would it be? They're all crazy. I wouldn't want to meet or hang out with any of them. I'd be afraid of my life constantly. No, I'm just kidding. Probably Mayaya from Princess Jellyfish, just so we could nerd out about the Heir of the Three Kingdoms together. Question 8 was, what anime closely resembles you as a person? Again, I would go back to Hachiken, not to, kind of steal from an earlier answer, but we are, or at least were, very much the same person. I've kind of grown, well, I mean, if you watch season 2, he's grown from that too. So we are very much, in a lot of ways, the same character, same person. Question 9, favorite thing about anime? It's just a different method of storytelling. When you live in one country your entire life, you're brought up in that country, you're used to a certain kind of story, or at least being told stories in the same way, and they're very often very similar kinds of stories. When we were kids, the old adage that there's only a certain amount of stories in existence, but once you kind of open your eyes up to not just anime is just the one that I personally like, one of the earlier ones that I found when I was younger, but when you open up your eyes to like foreign films or anime or things like that, you find different kinds of stories told in all these different kinds of ways, the way they shoot things, the way angles can be done, especially with anime. One of the reasons I feel myself drawn to it is because there's no physical camera. Like with this physical camera here, I am limited with what I can do with this camera because it is a physical thing that exists. It has to be manipulated in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of ways to do that, and people have been endlessly creative with it, and that's one of the things I like about filming. But with anime, you don't have to worry about a physical camera. The point of view that the audience sees things can be put anywhere. You can imagine it in any way you want. So it opens up the door to a lot more visually creative things that you can do, not just with like action and things like that, but with ways to get across character and moving plots forward, or you know, it's interesting to me. Least favorite thing about anime? The money. Oh my god, anime is one of the most expensive hobbies you will ever have in your life. Ever in your life. Video games is right up there. Video games is pretty darn similar. But, you know, there's things like Steam sales and used game places, and anime across the board is so freaking expensive. Here, I'm gonna show you an example. When these were brand new, this is Samurai Champloo, they were releasing just one DVD at a time. One DVD has 4 episodes. This thing was almost 30 bucks. You could almost just buy like 3 separate movies for that. I can think of other American-made shows that are 30 bucks. I could buy a whole season for that price, and I got 4 episodes out of this. So it's very draining on the wallet. You gotta have it's weird how like the anime fan trope is someone that you know, can't live on their own, very socially inept and things like that. But the thing is that you have to have a job to sustain this hobby. You cannot be into this kind of stuff and not have some kind of source of income coming in. So yeah, least favorite thing is definitely the money. Okay, so at the end of these, you're supposed to tag somebody else to do them. I don't really know anybody that would do these. I mean, if you want to and you're just watching this, by all means, go ahead and do it. I would, you know, let me know because I'll watch it. But I mean, just off the top of my head, I'll tag Talia if she hasn't already done this. Lily Luck, Liam Senpai, Ellen DeGeneres, Nicolas Cage, Batman, and my cat. Okay, that's the anime tag video. Bye!